Whoopi Goldberg, she's right there with you. Whoopi Goldberg, ladies and gentlemen, really embarrassing herself yet again on The View today. I mean, it's an awful show. I'm sorry it's on television. I don't think it will be on for long. I do think at some point ABC News is going to be sold by Disney. And the minute you get a private equity shop in there, or the minute you get, they talked about News Nation potentially buying it, that would be Nexstar. Any of these players, they're going to say, we need to slash costs, which means, Whoopi, see you later. See you later. But in the meantime, right, we have to deal with this. So Whoopi Goldberg totally embarrassing herself because she somehow thinks that comedians should not be allowed to say certain things. I mean, she's just taken our First Amendment and humor and thrown it all out the window. Watch her.
My generation fought tooth and nail so that you would not have to hear that kind of speak
this
again.
Rhetoric, yeah.
You would not have to hear or be. We fought to make sure. We fought and said to people, if you're a stand-up, the only comic that can hit everybody really is Don Rickles. You're the only one who gets to do that. But everybody else has to be better and smarter and funnier.
Well, he was hilarious, too. Well, this guy's not even funny.
But that's the point. That's the point. But my other point is, just know we fought to make sure you couldn't do that. Talk about women. Talk to women the way people are talking. Talk to men. Talking to gay folks. Talking to anybody who is different visually. You didn't get to say stuff to them like that. Now folks have lost their mind.
Okay, so the comedian is not allowed to joke about specific groups, but the president can call an entire group, half the country, garbage. Like, just so we're clear on this, right? Like, just so we understand what we're talking about. Yeah, she embarrassed herself. If you're a comedian, you should be a little like me, right? What am I? First Amendment, First Amendment, First Amendment. As a journalist, as a commentator who has an opinion, I care deeply about our First Amendment. If I'm a comedian, what do you think I care about the First Amendment? Because if you can't have a sense of humor about things, which clearly this woman cannot, then what? She's a terrible comedian. I never liked her. Never, ever, 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 ever liked her. And by the way, she's super crude, okay? And she does make fun of groups. For her to sit there and say that she fought to make sure that that couldn't happen, that people couldn't tell jokes, it's like you're betraying your entire profession, lady. It's like I'm coming out saying I want to get rid of the First Amendment because journalists, I'm going to fight against it because I think the state should control everything we think and say. Quick reminder to go over to 76 Research, our financial website, where you can get a whole lot of information about financial markets and what stocks we like to invest in. Lots of different content there. Just a quick look at our top financial pick, up 24%, utility up 24%, real estate up 23%. You get the picture. It's important to put yourself and your financial future first. You can do that at 76 Research, just $1. It costs just $1 with code word dollar, $1 a month for the first 2 months. 76research.com. I'll see you there. By the way, that's my baby. Just so you guys know, I started that company with a dear friend, Rob Horton, who's a brilliant stock picker. The portfolios are doing really well. I encourage you to go and just, if nothing else, sign up for the free stuff at 76research.com. Get the emails, sign up for the free stuff. We just came out with a new note yesterday afternoon. I'm actually going to post that on Twitter and LinkedIn everywhere because it's an important note. You should hear about it. It's a company that we like very much, that we consider an interesting play on the AI space. It's not the NVIDIA, right, or the obvious pick, but it's one that should benefit. So I just want to flag that for you. But back to Whoopi for a moment, because to me, you've got a First Amendment. As a journalist, what do? You want to protect that First Amendment. If you're a comedian, likewise, you should want to protect it, lady, whether a guy's funny or not. The bottom line is he has every right to tell a joke. If it falls flat, it falls flat. But he's in the business of telling jokes. And I went back and looked at some of his other stuff, and, he makes fun of all kinds of groups. I believe that night he actually made fun of Jews as well. And nobody's freaking out about that. I wonder. I wonder why. Here we go.
Like, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there. Again, normally I don't follow the national anthem, everybody.
Okay, so that's the thing that she's flipping out of. I mean, I think her time has come to exit stage left, literally left. Go more left, okay? You go do that over in some other universe, Whoopi. Because Americans are kind of over it. I can't believe the show's on television still. Again, it's bleeding. I'm sure it's hemorrhaging cash, but it'll go. Trust me. Eventually it will go. I think Bob Iger, the CEO of Disney, is probably waiting until after the election, but I'm pretty sure he wants to sell that thing and sell it fast. Reminder to subscribe, share, like, all that good stuff.